Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing fantastic. I hope you're all having a lovely day. So today is just like a random video. I don't know how helpful this is. I'm gonna take these off. For you guys, I wanted to make a video of 7 books that I think everyone should read. Now truly, I don't believe that there's anything anyone should read. I mean, everyone's different. Everyone has their own backstory, but I think if every single person on this earth had read these books, I think we'd be moving along nicely. Obviously, this is just the books that I have read. There's probably loads that you think everyone should read, and you can comment all of those down below so everyone can get those. The first one I wanted to recommend is Dying to Be Me by Anita Moorjani. This is a biography. She basically has a near-death experience after suffering from cancer in many years. I mean, you shouldn't use the word suffering. Having cancer for many years, and she comes back like after having the near-death experience, and she talks a lot about things she learned from having cancer and things she learned from her experience of the other realm, or whatever you can call it. She basically heals within 3 weeks, even though she was guaranteed to basically die, and she explains why in the revelation she got. And I think this is a very important book to realize many things. It was a long time ago since I read it. I highlight it a lot. I want to note that it's not like an amazingly written book because she has written it herself and she's not like an author really. She also has like some really great meditations that are only like 5 to 7 minutes that I listen to a lot, and I do recommend those as well. I didn't sell that book very well, did I? Then we have the Celestine Prophecy. I actually have a book review for this, and this is like one where should everyone read it? I don't know. It's actually a fiction book about this guy who goes to the jungle in Peru, but then as he goes to Peru, he gets like these different wisdoms from different people that he meets, and the author has done this really well where everything is fiction, but is it? It's like you can kind of, I mean, it's a fictitious story obviously, but the wisdom that he learns from different people while he is in Peru and the Amazon is very true and very accurate. It's a very spiritual book, but it's definitely also fiction, so if you don't believe in the spiritual things, you can still enjoy like the light read of it. But everything that's in it is very important. I think a lot of these books are like spiritual and about personal development in a way where I think it could be constructive to every single human, and it has elements of all areas of life that is very helpful. Speaking of, Daring Greatly by Brene Brown, that is a reflective lettering. She has a TED Talk, so you can start with watching the TED Talk. I will link that down below. She is amazing. She is a researcher. She doesn't research psychology, it's something else. Like, she does like vulnerability, and this book is all about daring to be vulnerable and like living life in a true and honest way. It was a long time ago since I read this, but I was going through a really serious time of depression when I was reading this. This book actually really helped me, and things that are in it really helped me. And it's just a really, really amazing book, and she has all these case studies that show different examples, and she includes herself in the writing. It's really amazing. It's like a must read if you're into living life. It's great. It's also like she talks about like different areas of life, like in the workroom, when at work, with your children, all that kind of jazz. The next things that I'm more passionate about, this is The Little Prince. Why do I think everyone should read this? Because it's special. This is like a piece of children's fiction that's really not children's fiction. It's about this little prince who goes on an adventure in space, and he lands on all these different planets with all these different adults that have exhibiting different traits that are kind of a reflection of our society, and he learns different things from these people and these adults, and it's so good. It's like 100 pages, but it made me bawl with tears, so I highly recommend it. It's also very popular, and if you need to read any classic ever, I think you should read this one. Then we have This Little Thing. This is actually a comic. I read it this summer during I was gonna say booktubeathon, but it's called The Reading Rush. And it's so cute. It's about this little snail that is talking about different types of sexualities, and the reason I think everyone should read this, it's because everyone needs to get educated and more open-minded. I mean, not everyone, but yeah, everyone should be at this level. That would be awesome if we could do that. So it basically just talks about different sexualities, and it's very informative, but it's also very playful and fun. Could be good for both children, adults, old people, everyone. Then we have probably the most important book on this list that really everyone should read this. Everyone should read this. And that's Eating Animals by Jonathan Safran Foer. I was gonna do a review on it, but I didn't because I'm so passionate about it. So this book is a nonfiction that Jonathan wrote about factory farming and eating animals. Yeah, factory farming, how it affects the world, like our eating habits, our traditions, environment, like, and the points he makes and the way he writes it is just exceptional. He definitely has his own view throughout the story, and he tries to be a vegetarian, but the way he puts it is that here's all the information and you can do what you want with it, but no matter what you do, you are making a say with what you do. And I think it's so important that whatever you are giving money to, you are directly supporting that business. So even though you're like, okay, I try not to eat meat, but if you pay for the meat, you are giving money to a business and supporting it and making them be able to do more of what they do. And that's like directly saying you want something to continue. And I think no matter if you make a stand on what you eat, whether you think you make a choice or not, you are making a choice and you are making a statement. And I think it's so important that he's saying, like, whatever your decision is, you need to be active and aware of what you're doing because it's directly affecting all of our lives. And the way he's talking about climate change and how this is like, it's so bad with affecting the climate and everything. I just think it's like an incredibly important read, as you can see. Then the last book, this is probably the most random on this list, but probably the most important to me. This is Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. This is probably my favorite book of all time. You should read it. The thing is, like, every person that I've met that has read Murakami and like more of his works say that they're amazing. Like, he is a writer I think everyone should read something by because it's exceptional. It's so good. This one in particular is like speculative magical realism type thing. It has to do with time. It's about this boy who leaves home because he's running away from a prophecy that his father has given him, and slowly he kind of fulfills that prophecy in very strange, amazing, and unpredictable ways. It is so good. I think everyone should read it. Enough said. But this is just for your enjoyment, for your educational, very important enjoyment. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It wasn't really planned, so I don't know how much I'll agree with this in like a year or tomorrow, so that's it. Also, I celebrated 5 years of being on YouTube the 8th of February, and I completely missed it. So now you know. I hope you guys all have a brilliant day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Down below also what book you think everyone should read. Take care. Bye, guys.